हरे कृष्ण।
करता
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी, गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी, यशोदा नंदन व्रज जन रंजना, यशोदा नंदन व्रज जन रंजना, यमुना तीरावनचारी, यमुना तीरावनचारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी, यशोदा नंदन व्रज जन रंजना, यमुना तीरावनचारी, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी, यशोदा नंदन व्रज जन रंजना, यमुना तीरावनचारी, यमुना तीरावनचारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, शील प्रभुपाद की जय। सर्वशास्त्राब्धि पीयूषा, सर्ववेदैक सत्फला, सर्वसिद्धांत रत्नाढ्य, सर्वलोकैक दृक्पदा, सर्वभागवत प्राणा श्रीमद्भागवत प्रभो, कलिद्वंतोदिदादित्य श्रीकृष्ण परिवर्तिता, परमानंद पाठाय प्रेमवर्षक्षरायते, सर्वदा सर्वसेव्याय श्रीकृष्णाय नमोस्तुते। मदेकबन्धो मत्संगिन् मद्गुरो मन्महादन, मन्निस्तारक मद्भाग्य मदानंद नमोस्तुते। असाधुस्साधु दादायिन्नति नीचोतचाकर, आनमुञ्चकदा शृण्मां प्रेम्णा हृत्कण्ठयो स्फुराः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। श्रीमद् भागवतम कैंटो 5 चैप्टर 6 टेक्स्ट नंबर 14। अहोनुवंशो यशशानुवदान्त, प्रयव्रतो यत्र पुमान् पुराणः, कृतावतारः पुरुष आद्य, चचार धर्मं यद कर्म हेतुम्। अहोनुवंशो यशशावदान्त, प्रयव्रतो यत्र पुमान् पुराणः, कृतावतारः पुरुषश्च आद्यस्, चचार धर्मं यद कर्म हेतुम्। अहोनुवंशो यशशावदान्त, प्रयव्रतो यत्र पुमान् पुराणः, कृतावतारः पुरुषश्च आद्यस्, चचार धर्मं यद कर्म हेतुम्। यत्र पुराणः Mataji's. Okay. Aho, oh, no, indeed, Vamshaha, the dynasty, Yashasha, with widespread fame, Avadataha, fully pure, Prayavrataha, related to King Prayavrata, Yatra, wherein, Puman, the supreme person, Puranaha, the original, Kritavataraha, descended as an incarnation, Purushaha, the supreme personality of Godhead, Saha, he, Adyaha, the original person, Chachara, executed, Dharmam, religious principles, Yat, from which, Akarmahetum, the cause of the end of fruitive activities. Sound got reduced? Sound got reduced from previous? Because I was a little louder. Huh? Translation and commentary by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of Iskcon. Translation. Oh, what shall I say of the dynasty of Priyavrata, which is pure and very much celebrated? In the dynasty, the supreme person, the original personality of Godhead, descended as an incarnation and executed religious principles that could free one from the results of fruitive activity. Purport. There are many dynasties in human society wherein Supreme Lord descends as an incarnation. Lord Krishna appeared in the Edu dynasty and Lord Ramachandra appeared in Ikshvaku or Rahu dynasty. Similarly, Lord Rishabhadeva appeared in the dynasty of King Priyavrata all these dynasties are very famous, and of them the dynasty of Priyavrata is most famous. Janmadhyasya yatonvayaditardatye saupajñaswarat tene brahmahridaya adikavaye mukhyanti yat surayah tejo varimritam yata vinimayo yatra trishargo mrisha dhamna svena sada nirastakukham satyam param dhimahi dharma projita kaitavo atra paramo nirmatsaranam satam vedyam vastavam atra vasasivadam tapatrayonmoolanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamunikrite Kimva Parairishwarah Sadhyo Hrudya Avarutya Atra Kritibhi Sushrushabhistachanat Nikama Kalfataror Galitam Phalam Sukamaka Tamrutra Samyutam Pipada Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhuraho Rasikaha Bhuvi Bhavukaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Yonta Pravisya Vachamam Prasuptam Sanjeeviyat Kila Shakti Dharasvadamna Anyam Thastacharana Shravanatvakadin Prana Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Tubhyam Pantvasman Puruhuta Vairi Balavan Matanga Madhyat Ghata Kumbhochatri Vipatanadikapatu Pratyeka Vajrayitaha Srimad Kanteravasya Pradasonakara Dharidharati Dura Pradvastatva Antashanta Pravitata Manasa Bhavita Bhuri Bhagaihi.
Brief introduction. Hare Krishna. So we'd like to welcome His Grace Vamsidhari Prabhuji here. So a brief introduction of Prabhuji. Prabhuji has completed his MA Sanskrit and BTech. He also worked in Infosys and Accenture, initiated by His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj in 2007, and then he was ordered to study Sanskrit and Shastras under His Grace Gopi Paranadhana Prabhu. He is a Prabhupada disciple who was empowered by Srila Prabhupada himself in learning Shastras. So he studied under him in Govardhan. He studied for 3 years called Bhagavatam Shastri. Currently he is serving as Spiritual HR Manager and Preacher at Iskcon Tirupallai, Madurai, which is under the leadership of His Grace Balaram Govind Prabhu. So he does college, school, corporate preaching, and he has specific interest in learning Shastras and share it with devotees. And he also teaches in Iskcon Bhagavad Mahavidyalaya and Govardhan Eco Village and many other spiritual institutions where Shastras are being taught and given the knowledge is spread to the people and the devotees. So we like to welcome Prabhuji for this Srimad Bhagavatam class by once chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Aho Vamsho Yashaya Vadantya Priyavrato Yatra Puman Puranaha Kritavatara Purushascha Adyas Chachara Dharmam Yata Karma Hetum. Oh, what shall I say of the dynasty of Priyavrata, which is pure and very much celebrated. In the dynasty, the Supreme Person, the original personality of Godhead, descended as an incarnation and executed religious principles that could free one from the results of fruitive activity. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you. I want to see all of your reactions. When I am giving class, I should see, you should shake your head, correct? Or write something, act like you are writing something. Yes, Prabhuji, that is very good point. Should write something, Then I will not ask you questions. If I see no any reaction in your face, then I will ask you questions. Is that okay? Okay, let us see. Because whatever we do, it should have enthusiasm, correct? We should not having boring kirtan, boring class, boring arati, boring prasadam won't happen. There we will have inspiration, but everything should be with enthusiasm, correct? So spiritual life means full of enthusiasm, utsahat, correct? Lord, in Vishnu Sahasranama, Lord has given a name called Mahotsaha. What is the name? Mahotsaha. Not just Utsaha, but Mahotsaha. He is very much inspired, very enthusiastic. In what? We all have many duties to perform, correct? Does Krishna has any duties to perform? Name partasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana nanavaptam avaptavyam. Anyone knows this shloka? Vartayevacha karmani, at least one saved. See, we are all preaching Bhagavad Gita, we are all distributing Bhagavad Gita, we all claim that ourselves, Bhagavad Gita is our authority, correct? So we should all learn Bhagavad Gita. It should be in your hand. Whenever there is a question, whenever there is a doubt, it should be immediately dealt. So Krishna says, Name partasti kartavyam trishlokeshu kinchana. There is no one in this world who can tell me duty. This is your duty. Krishna have to perform this duty. No one is there to tell him duty. But what Krishna does? Name partasti kartavyam trishlokeshu kinchana nanavaptam avaptavyam vartaye vacha karmani. Still I perform my duty alone. Whenever Krishna comes to this material world, he performs his duty very perfectly. Right from morning, correct? We call it Brahma Muhurta, correct? What is Brahma Muhurta means? Krishna wakes up that time. If Krishna doesn't wake up, then it is not Brahma Muhurta, correct? Because he is Brahman, correct? So he wakes up every day. Right from morning, he performs all his duty perfectly. So that's what we should understand, that this performing duty, we can see in this shloka, this 5th canto, we are reading the qualities of Rishabhadeva, correct? So whatever we do in our life, especially spiritual activities, it should have full of enthusiasm. So Lord does everything with enthusiasm. That's why it's called Mahotsaha. And what is his duty? What he does? We ask Vedanta. Vedanta starts with Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Therefore, you should inquire. Therefore, why therefore? Because now you have got a human form of life. Therefore, you should inquire. Inquire about what? Inquire about Brahman, correct? What is Brahman means? Brihatvat, Brahmanatvat, Brahma iti abhijiyate. That's what Upanishad says. Brihatvat, that which is very big, and Brahmanatvat, that which makes you also big, is called Brahman. Brahman is very big. Lord is called Brahman because he is everything. He is called Vishwam. We say Vishwam. Vishwam means what? Whole universe. Vishwarupa we say. Lord is so huge. Brahman. And Brahmanatvat, he is not just big, but whomever comes in touch with the Lord, they also become very big. Correct? Before coming to Krishna consciousness, what was our thought about us? Who we are? What we are thinking about ourselves? We are this body, correct? That is the most degradable thought that you can have on yourself. As an Atma, we are who we are as an Atma. Krishna says, Mamaiva Amshaha. You are all my part and parcel, correct? Krishna, he claims that we are equal to him in qualities, correct? Mamaiva Amshaha. You are all part and parcel of me. But what we were thinking? We are thinking of this bag of bone, urine, stool, mucus and bile, air, bone, correct? So we are not this degraded packet of abominable thing. We are something else, correct? So that's why we should understand that Brihatvat, Brahmanatvat means whenever you come in touch with spiritual things, then we become greater. At least we understand that we are greater. We are not this material body, correct? So that's why he is called Brahman. Brahman means one who makes us big also. Like we say, Ganga is very pure. Why Ganga is very pure? Because whomever comes in touch with Ganga, they become pure. That's why Ganga is pure. Correct? Who is called a pure devotee? I have given already answer. Now just develop that answer. Whomever comes in touch with the devotee, they become pure. We call Prabhupada as a pure devotee. Why? Because when we come in touch with Srila Prabhupada, we become pure. Correct? Yes or no? That's how we should understand. So, when we call Krishna as Brahman, that means what? He is great, and whomever comes in touch with the Lord, they also become great. Great in the sense, we become the greatest servants. Correct? Nowadays, we are the lowest servant. We are servant of our senses. We are servant of our nonsense desires. We are servant of our relatives. We are servant of our, society. But this is lowest form of our service, correct? So we are all servants, and we are all servants of the Krishna. We should be very proud about it. Nowadays people, they wear tag. I am servant of Infosys. I am servant of Wipro. People, they take pleasure. People, they take pride in saying that I am servant of such and such person. So we should be also pride. We should also have pride to say that we are all servants of Krishna, because he is the supreme owner. And what is a sign? Tilaka, Kantimala, Shika, all these are signs to show to the society, I am not a servant of this fallen conditioned souls anymore. I am servant of the supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna. I was in Accenture for some time, for 1-2 months. I could not tolerate there. So I left the job in 2 months. And then call came from Accenture. Sir, what happened? You left your job. It's very prestigious job. Nowadays people are not getting job. It was in 2007, not now. Very, way back, 2007. So he told me, why don't you come back to job? It's very prestigious job. I said, sir, I got international job. Which company? I said, Iskcon. And my owner is Krishna. And what is the job timing? 24 hours. And what is the payment? 0. And what is the amount of bliss? Complete bliss. Correct? So that is what ultimately we want. Correct? Why we go for work? Not to maintain ourselves. At least in Vedic system, people, they work for few reasons. The first reason is to engage their swabhava. People, they work. Correct? If someone has painting ability, they will be a painter. If someone has an artistic capacity, he will be an artist. If someone has a very managerial ability, he will be a kshatriya. If someone has ability to learn and teach, he will be a brahmana, he will be a teacher. If someone has selfless attitude, he will be a doctor. If someone has hard working nature, he will be a farmer. If someone has love for cows, he will be a gopala, or gopi. Correct? So previously the job was chosen according to their nature. Correct? That's what Krishna says. Nahi kaschit chanamapi jatatishtakta karma kriti karyate havasya karma sarva prakriti jair gunaihi. Sarva prakriti jair gunaihi. Our karma should come from our prakriti jair gunaihi, from our guna, from our swabhava. So we perform our duties not to maintain this body. That is the lowest form of working. That is the lowest form to engage yourself. That is called slavery. If you don't work according to your nature, then it is called slavery. Now everybody is like a slave. Everyone is saying no job satisfaction. Correct? Anyone is here who is going for a job, they love their job. Why do you go to a job? Prabhuji, I love my job. So without payment you will go for a job? Love is in the salary, not in the job. Correct? So I love my job. Nobody loves their job. Everybody is in distress. No job satisfaction. Why? Because they do their job which is not their nature. Correct? If you engage yourself according to your nature, then you don't need motivation. Correct? Nowadays staff members, they need motivation, they need inspiration. All the time they need some training. Motivate them. How do you motivate? Not by lectures. Nowadays you need to give appraisals. Correct? For job they need to give appraisals. Correct? Hare Krishna, are you all here? I need some answers from you. Otherwise I have to point out someone. If you are in a group, if you answer yes, no, then it's okay. If I start pointing out, then individual person has to answer. So make sure that nearby person is not sleeping, wake him up and make him to answer also. No one should sleep here. Okay, what was the last question? Appraisal, correct? We need appraisal. What is appraisal means? It's like a bribing. Like in, I should not say, but in some offices, people, they get job and they're getting paid. But to do some work, you need to give some money. But government is already paying you, sir. That is only me to come for the office. Till I should come for the office, that's why government is paying. And if you want to do more work, then you should pay more. Correct? So that is what's happening. Nowadays people, they need appraisal for everything. Even to come to office every day, even to punch at proper time, even to shave every day properly, even to maintain a proper dress code. We need appraisals. We are not perfect in spiritual, but we are not perfect in our material life also. At least if you are not perfect in spiritual, you should have perfection in material life at least, correct? You should be proper, you should have proper engagement. In previous days, if you see people, those who are not devotees, but they will do their karma very nicely. By performing your karma very nicely, you will get purified. That is the whole point of this shloka. It is, in the last shloka, it is said here, Chachara dharmam yeda karma hetum. Chachara dharmam. By following their dharma, they become pure, they become detached from their dharma. This is the beauty of varnashrama dharma. By performing duties, you become purified, you become detached. How is it possible? By performing work, you lose your work or you give up your work. It is like a medicine. You take medicine. Why do you take medicine? To stop medicine. Correct? You take medicine so that you can stop medicine one day. Not like nowadays. You take medicine and then you continue. You become a family member. Now they are giving membership card also in Apollo hospitals, because they know once if you enter inside, then you will become a regular customer. So they will give you a card. Why to take risk? Take this card and come regularly. So that is not the way that we should perform our work. We should perform our work in such a way so that we can get purified and we can become detached from that work. So that is what Krishna is speaking in Bhagavad Gita. If you see in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna encourages Arjuna to fight. Correct? Correct or not? After Bhagavad Gita, what was the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita? What was the conclusion of Arjuna? He was ready to fight. All 700 shlokas are meant to inspire Arjuna to fight. See Duryodhana. Does he need any inspiration to fight? He was ready to fight. So who is better here? Our fellow or Duryodhana is better? Duryodhana is better, correct? Yes or no? Yes? No? Tell one answer. Don't be Achintya Beda. So Duryodhana is not better. Arjuna was better. Why? Because Arjuna was inspired to fight with knowledge. Duryodhana was fighting without knowledge. Knowledge means he was fighting for his own sense enjoyment. And Arjuna was told to fight for the benefit of the society, for purification. So that is the whole point. So fighting is our duty. We cannot escape our duty. We should perform our duty. But how we should perform our duty? We should perform our duty not to satisfy our own sense gratification. We should perform our duty to purify our swabhava, to set an example for others, and it should be a welfare activity. It should help others. It should be good for others. These are the three main purpose of duties. Nowadays, we don't know the secret of working. This is called art of working. Krishna speaks about art of working. Yoga karmasu kaushalam. So what is art of working? You should know these three principles. Why do we work? First reason, to purify our swabhava. Everyone can repeat, to purify our swabhava. Second reason, to set an example for others. Third reason, it should benefit others. Loka sangramevapi sampashyan kartumarhasi. Krishna speaks in Bhagavad Gita. Karmanaivahi samsiddhim astita janakadayaha loka sangramevapi sampashyan kartumarhasi. We should perform our duty in order to benefit others. So these three principles you should know. First one, to purify your nature. Second one, to benefit others. And third one, to set an example. So these three levels of performing your work. If you can understand this small technique, then we can improve, then we can purify our work also. So that is what Priyavrata has done here. So Priyavrata, in the beginning of in the end of fourth canto also, we have this story of Priyavrata Maharaj, correct? Who is the younger brother of Priyavrata Maharaj? Uttanapada, correct? So Uttanapada has a dynasty, and then after some time Uttanapada dynasty gets ended, correct? The last one was, who was the last one? Daksha, correct? Daksha Prajapati, and he also went for tapasya. So no one is there to take care of the kingdom, correct? Now the duty comes to Priyavrata. Now Father Swayambhu Manu comes and calls Priyavrata, hey Priyavrata, enough of your brahmacharya ashram, now come back for working. Priyavrata said, no, I am happy here, I am comfortable, nice prasadam, nice stay, little work, I am very happy here, I don't want to come. He was giving various reasons to bring him back. He was not coming. Then who has to step in? Brahma has to step in. Grandfather has to step in. Sometimes our mentor is saying something, it doesn't work. Then temple commander has to step in. Prabhuji, what happened? Oh yes Prabhu, yes Prabhu. I didn't know that you are telling this. I was thinking he is joking. So when senior authority comes, then we hear. Correct? The similar way, when Brahma came, he was very happy. He received, Priyavrata received very nicely. And Brahma, he didn't speak much because they know the technique, how to make a person to work. Authorities, they know how to inspire someone to work and how to get detached also. Using the words, they can make both. They can give you attachment, they can give you detachment also. Correct? So he comes, he calls Priyavrata. Hey Priyavrata, come here. Yes. Yes, Brahmaji. Are you sense control? Tell me, do you have sense control? Yes. Then come and take up the Grahastha ashrama and come and take up the kingdom. No, I don't have sense control. Then come and take up the Grahastha ashrama and kingdom. Because you don't have sense control anyway. Correct? If you have sense control, then you have sense control in Grahastha ashram, then you have sense control in kingdom also. If you think, if I come to Grahastha ashrama, if I take up kingdom, my sense control will go away, then you don't have real sense control. Then you are called mithyachara. Because you have desire to enjoy that. You are simply abstaining yourself from the sense control. Correct? As soon as there is a chance, you will lose your sense control. So he is asking very clear, do you have sense control or not? Yes. Then come and take over. No. Then come on, take over. So there is no way he can escape. That is how people, they lock us. Even Krishna told Arjuna, the same thing. Do you want to... Anyway, we don't have to go into Bhagavad Gita. So he just locked him. And after that, Priyavrata, he gave a very different answer. He was defeated, but he gave a different answer. He said, Swami, actually my purpose was not just to stay as a brahmachari or as a vanaprastha in the forest. My only desire is to follow the authority. Correct? So my authority was Narada. He told me, stay in the forest and follow brahmacharya ashram. I was following. Now my senior authority has come and he is telling me, come and take up kingdom. So I am very happy to do that. So my only desire is to follow the authority. That's it. I don't have any desire whether I should stay as a brahmachari or grahastha, doesn't matter for me. My only desire is purpose is to follow the authority. So you are saying I will do that. So Priyavrata comes back. He marries Barhishmati and then he gets 10 sons. Correct? So out of that, Agnidhara was the first one. And then out of them, then Agnidhara becomes the next king. Correct? So Agnidhara, then he also marries Purvachiti. And then with her, he gets 9 sons. Correct? And among that, Nabhi is the elder one. Correct? So Nabhi, he becomes a king. Then the 9th son becomes the in charge for 9 different dvipas. 9 dvipas we have. Correct? So they become 9 dvipas. And then Nabhi, he wants to get child now. So he is not like others. Usually in Vedic time, if you want to get child, it is not that there is a male and female combined together and they can produce progeny. They need to attract proper soul for their generation. So what they will do, they will undergo tapasya. The both husband and wife, they will follow brahmacharya vrata and they will perform many kind of tapasya, vrata, dana, dava, yajna. So when they get nice pious results, then what they do? Then they combine. That is how Prabhupada says, Garbhodana Samskara. Our spiritual life starts from Garbhodana Samskara. Correct? It is not that yesterday night without protection some child got produced in the womb, so I cannot abort this child also. So anyway, so let it take birth. Not like cats and dogs that we take, we give birth for our child. So they were doing yajna actually. So Nabhi was performing yajna. And Lord appeared in that yajna. So Lord asked, what do you want? Then all the rishis who are doing yajna, Because they were doing yajna, correct? Who was doing yajna? Rishis or Nabi? Who are all saying Rishis are doing yajna? That's it. Who are all saying Nabi was doing yajna? Hare, for both nobody's handing, raising hand. మీకు అర్థమవుతుందా? నేను తెలుగులో మాట్లాడాలా? నా తెలుగు కొంచెం తమిళ్తో మిక్స్ అయి ఉంటుంది, అందుకే కొంచెం ఘోరంగా ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి నేను ఇంగ్లీష్లో మాట్లాడుతున్నా. నాకు ఇంకా అలవాటు అవ్వట్లేదు తెలుగులో లెక్చర్ చేయడం. మీకు అర్థమైందా నేను చెప్పడం? ఏం చెప్పాను అర్థమైందా? ఒకటి, నాబి యజ్ఞం చేశాడా? ఎవరు నాబి యజ్ఞం చేశాడు అనుకుంటున్నారు? హ్యాండ్స్ అప్. ఐ షుడ్ బ్రింగ్ విత్ గన్ ఆర్ వాట్? ఎవరంతా అనుకుంటారు అక్కడి రిత్విక్స్ యజ్ఞం చేశారనేసి? ఏదన్నా ఒకటికి చెయ్యి లేపే కావాలి మీరు, లేకపోతే ప్రసాదం లేదు. మీరు చాంటింగ్ చేస్తారా? జపం మీరు లెక్చర్ వింటారా? మాతాజీ వెనక లెక్చర్ వింటారా? చాంటింగ్ చేస్తారా? లెక్చరా చాంటింగా? చాంటింగ్. చాంటింగ్ చేసి వచ్చి లెక్చర్లో కూర్చోండి, లేకపోతే లెక్చర్ వినలేము, చాంటింగ్ చేయలేము. బెటర్ మీరు జపం వదిలేయండి, కూర్చోండి, నేను పంపించే జపం వల్ల వదిలేయండి. చాంటింగ్ ఫస్ట్ లెక్చర్ వినండి, తర్వాత చాంటింగ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. వీ హ్యావ్ 24 hours. ఫర్ వన్ రౌండ్ యూ హ్యావ్ స్టిల్ సో మచ్ టైమ్. ఓకే, సో వాట్ వాస్ ద లాస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్? Who was doing yajna, correct? Looks like this brahmanas were doing yajna, but we say Nabi is doing yajna. Just imagine this small scenario. All the rishis, ritviks, they do yajna, correct? But who is getting the result? The owner is getting the results, correct? Why? These rishis, they are chanting mantra, they are offering ghee, they are making all the arrangements, they are calling the demigods, they do all endeavor. And what this Yajamana is doing? Simply sitting and sleeping. Oh, morning yajna, usually morning time yajna, all the owners are sleeping. When this yajna will finish, because too much smoke. But everything is done by these rishis, but the result is going to the owner. Why? They are paid for that. If they don't get paid also, they won't get results. Nowadays we give payment for yajna, correct? Nowadays they will ask, ఎంత యజ్ఞం చేయాలి, బడ్జెట్ ఏంటి, 10,000 5,000. If it is 10,000, then elaborate yajna for 1 hour. If it is 5,000, very short yajna. Mantras will be short. Sahasrisa Purusha Sakachara Sakatabad Kapam Vishwa Ayati Vendi Vertabad Gadagada yajna. If it is 10,000 yajna, Om Sahasra Sirasha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrabad. కూర్చోండి, బాగా చేయండి యజ్ఞం. ఏంటిది, అందరూ కూర్చోండి. బుర్రలు ఎక్కడ, గారెలు ఎక్కడ? వెరీ ఎలాబరేట్ యజ్ఞ విల్ హ్యాపన్, కరెక్ట్? సో నాట్ దట్ కైండ్. సో the thing is, you should understand the secret here. The person who is doing yajna, he thinks I am doing my duty. The person who is sitting, he is thinking I am doing yajna, correct? You understand? He is thinking I am doing yajna, that's why he is getting the results. The ritviks, they think I am just doing my duty, that's why they don't get the results. You understand the secret? That is what said here. Akarma kartum. By performing your duty, you become detached. You become free from your results of your work. You should perform your work, but you should be free from the results. Because work, the karma binds us in this material world. ఏషాభిహిత సాంఖ్యే బుద్ధియోగమిమాం శృణు బుద్ధ్యా యుక్తయా పార్థ కర్మబంధం ప్రహస్యసి. బికాస్ ఆఫ్ కర్మబంధ we are not able to realize ourself. Ourself means what? Soul, correct? Who we are? Soul, Atma, correct? You all understand that? We are all Atma. But we understand it theoretically. But realization, very less, correct? After 9:15, the Atma conscious goes away, correct? And then bodily conscious comes. Before 9 o'clock, we like to hear Bhagavatam. After 9 o'clock, we want to hear only one statement. Srila Prabhupada ki. That will not happen today. Because we all have this bodily conscious, correct? Immediately, if someone goes, hey, what are you doing? Then we become hurt. How can you say, hey? It has happened recently. I was with one brahmachari in Bhimavaram. So I was doing a house program. So I was giving class, and this brahmachari, he had like japa, full day japa. All that whole day they will be roaming around with japa mala, correct? So he was having japa in the car. He has to do japa in the car, I don't know. He was doing japa. And then behind some vehicle was coming, and then he was doing reverse. And from backside, he was banging horn. He couldn't hear. He was new in driving. So he was driving. And then the driver from backside, he shouted, "Hey!" That's it. Then big crowd, big fight got picked up. The brahmachari, he came out. "Hey, how can you call me hey? You respect for my dress. You see what dress I am wearing. I am wearing kashayam. You don't have respect. You are calling me hey." But he already called hey so many times. Our devotee. "Hey, how can you do this? Hey, how can you call this?" And what happened? We were giving class, and there was huge horn noise. We came out and saw whole street was completely jammed, because they were fighting in the middle of the street, and everyone is watching, and everyone started calling hey, hey, hey. Before one was calling hey, and now everybody started calling hey. So we became hurt. We know that we are Atma, that when there is a trigger, then we forget. So why? Because of karma bandha, because of impurities. So how these impurities come upon us? By performing our karma. What is our karma? Karma means I am the owner, I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. These three things impures us. Ahankara, mamakara, falakara. These three things are impurities. If you can come out of these three impurities, then you are pure. Then you are self-realized. What are the three things? Ahankara, mamakara, falakara. Three things. I am the owner, I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. But what should be the real understanding? Krishna is the owner, Krishna is the doer, Krishna is the enjoyer. Then who we are? We are just an instrument. Correct? That's what Arjuna was thinking. This is my fight, I am going to fight, I am going to enjoy the fight. That is Duryodhana's consciousness. But what Krishna taught him? No, this is my fight. I am actually fighting, and this result of fight goes to me. What you should do? Nimitta matram bhava savyasachin. Just become an instrument in my hand. Correct? That's the whole point of Bhagavad Gita. We should understand this secret very nicely. We are just an instrument. We are not the doer, we are not the owner, and we are not the enjoyer also. So anyway, this Nabhi, he did Yajna along with Meru Devi, and he got, who he got? Rishabhadeva. That is the whole point that we are discussing every day, Bhagavatam class. Correct? Rishabhadeva. Actually, Lord appeared, and the Ritviks, they asked for a separate boon. If you read Bhagavatam, you might know that. They were asking very special boon from Lord. And then they said, this Nabhi is a very sincere soul, so please bless him something. And then Lord asked, what do you want? Then as a proper husband, when you go and ask, when husband and wife are there, you approach them with Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita తీసుకోండి. What husband will say? ఇంట్లో అడిగి చెప్తా. Correct? You have this experience? घर में पूछना है. ఇంట్లో అడగాలి. వీటిలో కేకును. In all language we have. How to consult. In all language we have. We will be speaking for Bhagavad Gita to that person, to the husband. Take this Bhagavad Gita. This is very nice, authentic. 700 shlokas, 18th chapter, full Bhagavad Gita, translation, commentary, so many things for 10 minutes. We will be having hope. This fellow will take. At last, after 10 minutes of explanation, he will say, "Intla adis vasta." He will go inside house. Oh, then chappesaru. He will bring outside. Arey, why you come? Then you bring your wife directly. So here also the same thing happened. Nabi, he ask my wife. So wife, she is very intelligent. Sometimes wives are very intelligent. Most of the time. Because if they are not intelligent, they cannot manage us. Correct? We are like that. So she asked, I want a son like you. Then Krishna thought for a minute. Do you have in a creation who is equal to me? In creation, is there anyone who is equal to me or above me? Then he said, no. There is no one equal to me and no one above me. So I don't have any other choice. Since you have asked me, so I will come to you and take birth in your womb. So he accepted. That is Krishna. If you go to other demigods, ask for boon, they will just give you the proper boon. Not even inch, they will give you more. But if you come to Krishna, Krishna, I have this problem. Krishna will say, okay, he will hold your hand. Chalo, inti veltam. He will come with you. That's why many people, they don't come to Krishna. Because who will take care of Krishna? We want only favor from Krishna. We don't want Krishna. Correct? That is what happening in all the houses. People, they want God just to give boons, not to worship God. When they are planning house, to build a house, the engineer will come and say, this is your hall, this is your kitchen, this is master bedroom. Who is master? Our fellow is master. He thinks he is master. Master bedroom. And Swami room, do they have plan? No. Even if they have plan, 2 by 2, 2 by 3, even toilets are bigger nowadays. Correct? In houses, toilets are very bigger, very gorgeous. They spend lakhs and lakhs of rupees for toilet. This much, light should be there. This kind of pariware should be there. This tap should be there. What do you do inside? You have feast inside or what? Anyway, you do the same nonsense inside. So why do you spend so much? Because toilet conscious civilization. People, they think if you have very good toilet, then your house is perfect. But previous days, they will have very good Swami room, correct? They will have very puja room. And nowadays, puja room, they don't have separate puja room. They have one cupboard, correct? Inside the cupboard, all the gods are hanged. All the gods are hanging on the nails. Some 20-30 gods are inside one small cupboard. You put them, everyone, you cram everyone inside and put them in a shelf. And you sit in nice AC. AC. And all the lords are inside. Why do you brought me here? And then even to offer flowers, we don't buy, nice jasmine flower. We have the lowest cost flower. 1 mura 10 rupees. Okay, give. How many we buy? Not 10 muras. We buy only one. This mura, they say. And we cut into 20 pieces. Correct? And we put Lord, each piece on the head. Just imagine when your wife wants to go for some marriage, bring this much flower and put her in her head. What will happen? She will beat you. Correct? It won't happen. But we are doing the same thing with God. And we call ourselves as, we are all worshippers of God. At least atheists are sincere. They say we deny God. But we call God and we disrespect God. It is more worse than denying God. Correct? So anyway, what was the last point? You should not go off the track. I can go off the track. So Nabi, he was asking for a boon from her Meru Devi. So she asked for the Lord and Rishabhadeva appeared. So Rishabhadeva, he also got married. And then he got how many sons? 100 sons. Out of 100 sons, the first one was Bharata Maharaj. And he got other Navayogendras also. 9 important rishis that you get to read in the 11th canto. So if you see this dynasty, you get so good kings, Rajarishis. We call them Rajarishis, correct? Krishna calls in Bhagavad Gita also, Evam parampara praptam imam Rajarishiyo viduhu. What does it mean? Evam parampara praptam imam Rajarishiyo viduhu. This knowledge of Bhagavad Gita was given to whom? To Rajarishis. Please understand, Bhagavad Gita was not an ordinary knowledge. It was not given to ordinary human beings. It was given only to Rajarishis. Why Rajarishis are given with this knowledge? You should understand. When we are reading Bhagavad Gita, we should ask this question. Hey Ajay, can you call this devotee? Yes. Prabhu, what is your name? మీ పేరేంటి? Louder please. నరేష్ ప్రభు 4th chapter ఉంది కదా భగవద్గీతలో. 4th chapter భగవద్గీత 4th chapter. He's new. Okay, sorry. If he's new, then I will not ask question. So in Bhagavad Gita, in 4th chapter, we have this shloka about parampara. Correct? In 3rd chapter, Krishna just ended with kamayesha krodayesha. For that answer he given, evam buddhe param buddva samstabhyatman atmana jahishatrum mahabaho kama rupam durashatam. Just have victory over kama. He has given that answer. Now the subject changed to evam parampara praptam. How can someone change subject very quickly? He is not Vamsidhari. No, he is Vamsidhari, but he is not Vamsidhari Dasa. Correct? I can change subject from here and there. But Krishna won't do that. There is a flow, correct? When there is a conversation, there is a flow, correct? When I'm giving class here, there is a flow in the class. There should be a flow. Immediately I will not ask, Ajay, what is breakfast? And can I get breakfast today in the room? I am so hungry. I will not immediately change my subject, correct? When I am speaking, the subject have some connections. Just understand, in 3rd chapter, Krishna ended with Kama Yesha Krodha Yesha answer. And in 4th chapter, he started explaining about Parampara. Why Krishna has to jump from one place to another place? Do anyone has this thought when you are reading Bhagavad Gita? Anyone has thought about this? When you are reading Bhagavad Gita, you should think about all these things. That's why it is called studying, not reading. When you are studying Bhagavad Gita, you should think, why Krishna is speaking this subject here? Why Krishna has to speak about soul in the beginning? To make Arjuna to fight, Krishna doesn't have to speak about soul. Krishna doesn't have to speak Bhagavad Gita. Correct? Krishna has various ways to fight, to make Arjuna to fight. What he can do? He can do only one thing. He can call Duryodhana. Hey Duryodhana, come here. See this Arjuna, he doesn't want to fight. And what Duryodhana will come and say, hey, useless fellow, I know this already. You are like this coward fellow. You don't want to fight. Simply you are boosting yourself as a hero. Throw away your Gandiva and arrow. What will happen? Arjuna, వస్తానరా నీకు చూస్తా ఏం చేస్తాను చూడరా ఇప్పుడు చంపి పడేస్తాను నేను ఈరోజు మొత్తం నేను ఏం చేద్దా ధ్వంసం చేసేస్తాను కరెక్టా Arjuna will immediately get fired up for fighting, correct? Because it is in his blood. Kshatriya nature is in his blood. You don't have to teach Bhagavad Gita to make him fight. But Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita, all Bhagavad Gita. He doesn't have to speak about Atma Jnana in the beginning. He doesn't have to speak about Karma Jnana. He doesn't have to speak about Jnana Yoga, Buddhi Yoga, Dhyana Yoga. He doesn't have to speak all about these things. So we should understand why Krishna is speaking this in the first place, why he is speaking in the second place, why this parampara is here. Shall we get the answer now? It is already 9:05. Can I take 10 more time? 10 more minutes? Okay. Hari. If you say Hari Bol, I have to say only Hari. Okay, I will just give you answer. So, actually, Krishna was inspiring Arjuna to fight till 3rd chapter. You should perform your duty. There is no other way. Even if you don't have attachment, still you have to perform your duty. Krishna gave various reasons that you should perform your karma. For you to perform your karma is the best thing that you should do. He gave answer. But Krishna says, I don't have attachment for working. And he said, even many rishis in the, he spoke about Nishkama Karma Yoga, correct? He spoke of Nishkama Karma Yoga to inspire Arjuna to fight. Now, Arjuna is cornered like Priyavrata. He has no other way to run away. When you are cornered in a argument, what do you do to escape that argument? What do you do? You simply deny. I don't believe in your words. Correct? Correct? You give all your reasoning, all your logical reasoning, all shastric reasoning. You give everything. But the person, he doesn't want to accept. So what he will do? What he will say at the last? The similar way, Arjuna is telling to Krishna, Krishna, you are Mayavi. Correct? You will tell any reasons to make me fight. So now you have discovered a new path called Nishkama Karma Yoga. Who knows what about this Nishkama Karma Yoga? Where it is mentioned in Shastra? I never read about Nishkama Karma Yoga in my life. So you are just imagining some new method so that you are inspiring me to fight. This Nishkama Karma Yoga, I don't believe. You have just made up this new path called Nishkama Karma Yoga. Then Krishna has to say, no Arjuna, it was not something I have manufactured, I have concocted, I have speculated to make you fight. This was already followed by Janaka Adayaha. Remember this shloka? Karmanaivehi samsiddhim asita Janaka Adayaha. He gives an example. It was not something new that I am teaching you. This Nishkama Karma Yoga. It was already followed in your parampara. Janaka Maharaj was following already. So it is not something new. Then Arjuna says, Krishna, come on, Janaka Maharaj. He was speaking about Janaka Maharaj. He is so old. He was there millions of years before. Show me some example now. Correct? People, they ask, why are you always talking about Ramayana, Mahabharata? Show some example, live example. Show me now some example. Correct? The similar way Arjuna is asking, show me some live example now. Then what Krishna said? Who is a live example to show Nishkama Karma Yoga? Dear devotees, I don't have whole day. Huh? Krishna himself, very good. You can clap for Ajay Prabhu after the class. Okay, so Krishna, he said, Name partasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana nanavaptam avaptavyam varta evacha karmani yadi aham na varteyam jadu karma natantritaha mama vartmana vartante manushya partha sarvasah utside rime loka nakuryam karma chetatham sankarasya kartasyam upahanyam ima prajaha. Correct? So Krishna says, see me Arjuna, take my example. Why are you looking for example here and there? I am the real-time example for Nishkama Karma Yoga. Correct? Krishna performs all kind of karma without any attachment, without any expecting the results, without having the ownership. We all say Krishna created this material world. Correct? Yes or no? But Krishna says, I did not create this material world. Do you believe this? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, he says, Bhumi rapo nalo vayu kammano buddhi revacha ahankara iti yamme binna prakriti rashada apareyam idastvanyam prakritim vidhi me param jiva bhutam mahabaho edam dharyate jagat. This material world is created by this Jivatma, not me. You see, this is a new information, correct? Who has built the prison? Government or criminals? Who has built the prison? Government or criminals? Government. Government? Government are instrumental cause. And who is the main cause? The criminals, correct? So there are three causes that we always discuss in Vedas, correct? There is, anyone remembers the name? There is Upadana Karana, Nimitta Karana and Samavayi Karana that we say. Upadana Karana, Nimitta Karana and Samavayi Karana. If you don't know the meaning, please Google Acharya will educate you. Or go and ask AI. Nowadays people are after AI and Google Acharya. So get this knowledge from them. So Krishna is saying, I did not create this world. And Krishna is saying, I am not maintaining this world. I am not maintaining. Everyone is maintaining themselves, I am just supporting them. And Krishna doesn't, expecting any results from this material also, correct? He creates, he maintains, he destroys without expecting any results from this creation. Yes or no? If Krishna starts expecting the results, what will happen? We open a shop, correct? Why do we open a shop? To sell things, correct? Customers has to come, buy things, and we need to get some profit, correct? So Krishna has opened this shop. Which shop? This whole universe he has opened up. And he is maintaining the shop. Put nice AC, nice ambience, He has given us all these facilities here. He has opened and is maintaining. For what? So the Jivatmas can come, develop taste, and get realization of Krishna, and go back to Godhead. Correct? But at the end of the creation, at the end of this universe, Krishna is counting how many profit today I got from this creation, because it is just breathing, Krishna for Yaseika Nisvachitam Kala Matavalambya. For him, when he breathes out, all the universe come outside. When he breathes in, all the universe goes inside. In this one breathe in and breathe out, there are different Brahmas, there are hundreds and millions of demigods, correct? In this one breathing. Just imagine how great Krishna must be, correct? In this one breath, our infinite time, eternal time is inside this one breath. Then understand how Krishna great he should be, correct? But the greatest thing is, in this small amount of time, Krishna also appears in this material world as many avatars. He enters inside this time. We have time factor, correct? We cannot break our time factor. We cannot enter inside some other animal's time factor, correct? For example, ants, for them 1 day is 100 years, our 100 years, correct? But human being, they cannot enter inside ant society and live for 100 years and come back to human society. It's not possible. But Krishna, even though his time is very vast, still he can enter, he can fit in our time, he can come down as many avatars, perform leelas, and he can go back without any problem. That is Krishna's greatness. So what was the last point? Haribol, what was the last point? You are watching, no, everyone? If no answer, take the stick. What was the last point? Huh? Creation I spoke. So Krishna is not expecting the results, correct? What results? Krishna is creating, maintaining, destroying. He is not expecting the results that I will get some jivatmas from this. If he start expecting the results, he will send us bill every day. Correct? What's your name, Prabhu? Huh? Rasamaya. Rasamaya, okay. Now Rasamaya, Prabhu. Whose body is this? Who has given you this body? Don't tell your father and mother after taking initiation. Who has given you this body?
My spiritual master.
Spiritual master? Who has given body for your spiritual master? His spiritual master? Who has given body for his spiritual master? His spiritual master. So at last, it ends where?
Krishna.
Please be louder.
Krishna will give.
That is the answer. Why you think so much? Who has given you this body?
Krishna.
Who is maintaining this body?
Krishna.
So for whom you should use this body?
Krishna.
Just imagine, in a day, if you don't use this for Krishna, then Krishna starts sending a bill. Hey Rasamaya Prabhu, I have given you this body, but you are using this body in a day 24 hours, you are using only 2 hours for me, for my service. Remaining 22 hours you are using for some other things. So I am giving you service charge. To use your eyes, 1 lakh rupees. To use your nose, 50,000 rupees. To use these ears, correct? Everything needs service, right? Nowadays. Even nowadays, to get pure oxygen, there are service charges. Now, correct? So to digest food, Krishna is staying in your stomach, right? Who is staying in your stomach?
Krishna.
Krishna, right? He is called Jataragni. You eat and then you forget that you have eaten also. Then as time comes, then you remember, oh, I have to eat again. Correct? After eating, you are not thinking, you are not meditating. Rasamaya Prabhu, correct? You are not meditating. After eating idli dosa, you are sitting. Okay, now idli dosa, go inside. Now start digesting. All protein go this side. All carbohydrate go this side. All useless things go down. Do you do that? Do we do that? Do we do that? No. Krishna is maintaining this body. He has to even digest also our food. Correct? So Krishna is giving all kinds of services. Krishna is providing everything for us. And what we do? We take everything and we forget. We are so ungrateful. Every day we come to Krishna, take everything from Krishna, and we go away from Krishna. So why this topic came now? Krishna is unattached, correct? Even though he creates, maintains and destroys, he is unattached. It's called Nishkama Karma Yoga that we say. So Krishna says, I am doing this Nishkama Karma Yoga. So Krishna is showing, direct example. And then suddenly what happens? Arjuna changes the subject. Krishna is speaking this, and then he is asking, why Krishna, that even though I don't have desire to do sinful activity, why do I perform sinful activity? Correct? He changes the subject. And Krishna has to dealt with the subject. Now, what was the previous subject? Nishkama Karma Yoga. And why Nishkama Karma Yoga came? Because Arjuna's doubt was, this is some new path that you have created. And Krishna gave an example of Janaka Maharaj. No, it is not a new path. It was already in your dynasty. So, he is connecting here. From 3rd chapter, Karmanevi Samsiddhi Masita Janakadayaha, then evam parampara praptam evam rajarishyo viduhu. This is how you should see the connection. You understand the connection? From karmanaiva samsiddhim, where the connection goes to evam parampara praptam. In the middle there was some other loop. When you are making this algorithm, there is a loop, there is a if statement and while statement, I forgot. It was many years before. C language, C++ language you are studying. So there the chart comes. From there, zoop comes down. The similar way you should understand the connections in Bhagavad Gita. So there, Krishna was speaking about this parampara. So why parampara? Krishna said this Bhagavad Gita knowledge was given to whom? To whom? Everyone? Louder? Because you are all hungry, I understand, correct? I am also hungry. But Rajarishis, why Rajarishis are given this knowledge? Why Rajarishis are given this knowledge? Because the Rajas, the kings, they are given with all kinds of enjoyment. Correct? They can enjoy everything. They are given full freedom to enjoy. Even at night time, they go with umbrella to go outside. They are going with chamara. They are given all kinds of enjoyment. They are fully sense enjoyed. But if war comes, then who is the first person to stay in the war? The king. Correct? In one situation, he is the most enjoyed person. In the next situation, he should have complete detachment. To stay in the middle of war or to stay in front of war, you need this guts. Correct? What kind of thinking you should have? This body is temporary. I don't care for this body. If I die, I will attain Swarga. So he should not have bodily consciousness. If he has bodily consciousness, he cannot be a king. He can enjoy everything, but with this consciousness, I am not this body. To have this consciousness, he should be educated with this Atma Jnana. Correct? Atma Jnana, it is not denying you from enjoyment, it is giving you proper understanding. You can enjoy everything in this material world, understanding this is not your enjoyment and this is not permanent, and when time comes, you should renounce everything. Correct? So this training was there. So Rishis, the Rajas were given training for detachment. Even though you can enjoy, when time is there, you should be the first person to lead war and you can die. You should die. If some Rajas, when they die, their dead bodies are not taken to the kingdom also. They should be burned in the war field itself. At some point of time, yesterday, he was in a nice darbar, eating nice thing, having chamara, body full of chandana, enjoying music. Today, he is in the war field, body fully covered with blood, and his whole body is eaten by crows and eagles. That is a situation. For both situations, he should be ready. For that, he should have this Atma Jnana. So that Atma Jnana is Bhagavad Gita. That's why Rajarishis are given this knowledge. You understand the point? So that's why Krishna says, Evam parampara praptam evam Rajarishio vidhu. It is not some word given. There is a deeper meaning for each and every statement in Bhagavad Gita. For each and every word, even for cha, eva, there are so many meanings. So if you understand Bhagavad Gita like this scrutinizingly, you will enjoy Bhagavad Gita. And Bhagavad Gita will not leave your head. You will be hunted by Bhagavad Gita. You will be always thinking about Bhagavad Gita. Correct? And Krishna will speak to you through Bhagavad Gita. Now, I don't know how many of us, have this taste. Even I was also like this, sleeping. Now also I am sleeping, but at least by studying scrutinizingly, by having, Acharya's commentaries, by hearing, by trying to contemplate, you should contemplate. Shravanam, then Mananam, then Nididhyasanam, then Darshanam. Correct? First of all, you hear, then think about the subject. You think a lot. Why it is, why it is, why it is, why it is. Then Mananam comes. Then you start remembering. Then Krishna will give you much understanding. Acharyas will open up to you. Krishna will start talking to you through Bhagavad Gita. Then your understanding will broaden up. Then what happens? Then you start seeing Bhagavad Gita in your life. Practically, you will see Bhagavad Gita. That is how the progression goes. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. There are so many things to explain, but I just stop this. The Priyavrata, he was Rajarishi. So because he was Rajarishi, even though he was performing his duties, he can get detachment from the duties, and he got slowly free from the results of the duty. How? Because of his proper understanding. That is called Buddhi Yoga. Krishna speaks about Buddhi Yoga. What is Buddhi Yoga? Working in Krishna consciousness. Correct? Prabhupada writes, working in the Krishna consciousness, or how action in Krishna consciousness. Correct? Prabhupada writes, action in Krishna consciousness. It is not Bhakti Yoga. It is Nishkama Karma Yoga only. Buddhi Yoga is Nishkama Karma Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is different. What is Bhakti Yoga? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivanam. This is Bhakti Yoga. Don't confuse Bhakti Yoga with the Buddhi Yoga. Buddhi Yoga is working with proper consciousness. Proper consciousness means working with Krishna's consciousness. What is Krishna consciousness? Everything belongs to the Lord. Krishna is the doer and he is the enjoyer. I'm simply an instrument. With this understanding, if you work, that is called action and Krishna consciousness. But if you simply engage in Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, that is called Bhakti Yoga. By performing your Nishkama Karma Yoga, you slowly purify your nature, then you gain the knowledge, then you get detachment, then Bhakti arises. Correct? That is how Krishna speaks. That when you perform this Nishkama Karma Yoga slowly, then you get purified, you get knowledge, you get detachment, and then Bhakti arises. So that is how we can see here Priyavarta Maharaj. He is setting an example. That is how Rishabhadeva. Actually, I did not come to Rishabhadeva at all today. I was thinking today I will complete Rishabhadeva. I wanted to speak many subjects, but already we are stuck with Priyavarta. But that is okay. Correct? We don't have to eat full jar of sugarcane juice. Even if you drink half a liter, that is okay. That is still sweet. You don't have to get full 1 liter sugarcane juice to get taste. Half a liter is also okay. I hope I didn't confuse you all and think things are very clear. Little bit faster, maybe my talk was a little bit faster, but because there are so many points to cover, and I am very grateful today actually to stay here. This is Prabhupada's place. I'm still having little fear to speak. Whenever I come to this place, I think Prabhupada was here once and he was giving Bhagavatam, he was giving Bhagavad Gita here. So who am I here? I'm nothing. Yogeta vichare kichu nahi paye tamara karuna sara. So as a personal ability I don't have, but on the order of, with the blessings of His Grace Radhesham Prabhu, Prabhu is empowering me. He said go and do some kind of preaching. So I came here. Actually it was a sudden plan. I came here for a different purpose, but my main purpose was for this. So I'm very grateful for devotees, very kindly accommodating me here. Prabhuji, he has given me very nice services. I'm all the time calling him, Prabhuji, I want this service, I want that way, I want this, I want. Without any, without any disturbance. He says, okay, Prabhuji, okay. He was not frustrated at all. So very thankful, Prabhuji, for this opportunity. And all the devotees here. I see many youngsters are here and many senior devotees here. Both coexisting together, serving each other, respecting each other, valuing each other, understanding each other's mood. So that is something very wonderful that I want to learn. I want to come back again and again. If you give me chances like this, I will come back again and again. So better you don't give me chances. Otherwise I want to sing more. If you give me one kirtan, I will ask for more kirtan. If you give me one lecture, I will ask for more kirtan, more lecture. So if it is okay, if it is good, that it is for my purification I come and talk. It is not that you don't know all this subject, already know this subject, but simply for my purification and my service, I am coming and talking here. So thank you all so much. Hare Krishna.
His Grace Vamsidhari Prabhuji ki jai.